Wednesday night. And as always, we're here at 7 o'clock, ready to dive into some scripture and get some community and some teaching midweek. Hope you all are doing great. Hope you all are enjoying our little series in Proverbs. We will go for a few more weeks, and then as promised, we will switch over and I'll give you all the material from Daniel that I didn't use on Sundays. It'll be awesome. Daniel. We're finishing Daniel up this Sunday. So those of you who've been tracking with us, 9:30 this Sunday, we will finish up the book of Daniel. I'm going to give an overview of chapters 10 through 12. Spoiler alert, God is still in control. He has plans and nothing gets by him. So that's exciting. All right, so let's continue in Proverbs. Imagine if I was to say to you, there's a substance that has the potential to power every home in America. There's a resource that could power every home, fuel every vehicle, provide all our technology. There's a reservoir that could supply sufficient resources for every family in the country. You would say, wow, that's amazing. That's awesome. But then I've said, yeah, but that same resource is also volatile enough that it could destroy every home in America, every bit of technology, every car. It could destroy every family. That a resource could supply for us, or it could devastate us. That resource is out there. I imagine you'd have some pretty mixed emotions about that. And if I said, do you want to be the person in charge of handling this kind of resource? Some of you might say, yeah, I'll do it. For the good of the team, I'll handle it. I'll manage it responsibly. I got this. Many of you might say, hey, a resource that volatile and dangerous, I want somebody else in charge of that. But then if I said, hey, no, you have to be the person who controls a resource that could breathe life or death into this country. You take on a whole level of seriousness, I would think. And I'm here to say to you, you have to control that resource, because what we're talking about is money, talking about wealth. If you think about it, money has the potential to do amazing things, right? You can build a hospital and save lives. You can build schools and set people on a trajectory where they'll learn and do something positive with their lives. You can do an immeasurable amount of good if you channel wealth. Or if you look at war, if you look at poverty, if you look at the number one cause of divorce, money, it's money. An untold amount of human suffering on this globe is caused by, fueled by, empowered by the mismanagement or misdirection of money. It's a resource that will either breathe life or breathe death. And all of us have to know how to handle it. I don't know how much you'll have, but all of us have the potential to handle something that has the power of life and death. That's where we're headed. So whether you work at Apple or Applebee's, you'll be put in charge of this resource, and we need to know how to handle it well. We need this. So for all of us, no matter how much you make, we have to be able to handle money. And the truth is, money can be a source of great life or great death in the world. It can save lives or it can destroy them. Well, Russ, I don't know if I'll ever have enough money to control the lives and death of men. But again, the leading cause of divorce is all over, stress about money. You can destroy your kids' lives. You can change lives of some human beings forever, or you could not do that. We need to get a handle on this, because the fear is that we're going to carve out this little life where we just seek comfort. And maybe in that quest, we make some bad decisions and get into some serious debt that can cause a lot of stress. And we could lose our families, alienate our kids, and destroy our lives. Or maybe we dodge some of that great tragedy, but we just live safe little lives. And at the end of our days, we look up and see we missed out on being an incredible blessing because we didn't channel our money towards life, and instead we hoarded it. So I want to set us on a different path, because the Bible does that. So we have to talk about this, and we have several points that I'm going to blow right through. So 4 facts about money and wealth, and then 7 principles about how to handle it. All right, 4 facts about wealth. Fact number 1, wealth is dangerous. It's dangerous. Why? Because it can make you crazy. Like Gollum with the ring, like you kill your best friend over it. Precious. Or a quote from that C.S. Lewis classic, Voyage of the Dawn Treader from the Chronicles of Narnia. That passion over the dragon's treasure would make you a dragon yourself. There is deep power in money that can make us crazy. And so the writer of Proverbs says, and you'll hear that a lot, all these chapters are from Proverbs. So when I say chapter 1, 10 to 14, it says there are sinners who will say, let us lie wait for blood. Let us ambush the innocent without reason. We shall find all precious goods. We shall fill our houses with plunder. There are people who will say, let's kill people for money. Money will make you crazy. It'll make you destroy people for the sake of hoarding money. Oh, Russ, I wouldn't kill anybody for money. Well, many people in this world would. Some of you might be tempted to. But even if you haven't directly taken a human life, these interesting statistics have come out. There have been studies, New York Times did it back in the day, but theft from charities, theft from nonprofits. It was estimated still, this was back in 2006, but then still today, that 13% of what is given today is embezzled. 13% what's given to nonprofits. To put this in perspective, 13% of everything that was given to nonprofits in the United States in 2024, $76 billion. $76 billion. And then they looked at who's stealing the money, like who's the average embezzler. A woman who had worked at the organization for 3 years or more and had no prior criminal record, just a normal lady who wanted to work for a nonprofit, and somewhere down the line, she said, I got to get mine, and would start taking little bits of at a time, usually somewhere under 40,000. But then when you add up all these people doing that, you get $76 billion being taken away from those who desperately need it. It's a life and death situation. Unless the guys start feeling comfortable and you're like, it's just the ladies who are embezzlers. The biggest embezzlers of the biggest amounts were all men who made well over six figures. They're embezzling tons of money, $76 billion. Think of the good that can be done with $76 billion. It's eaten up annually just in little bites from people who take it as they want to make a car payment or want to get a nicer house or want to buy an outfit, and they just slowly take away. Look at all the good that's lost. It happens to regular people because money can make you crazy. Money can make you reject God. That's another thing. We see Agur pray in Proverbs chapter 30, God, give me neither poverty nor riches. Feed me the food that's needful for me, and then here's why. Why don't we want God to give us either poverty or riches? Lest I get full and deny you and say, who is God? Or I become poor and steal and profane the name of God. He was saying, I know if you give me too much money, God, I'll blow you off. I'll start to think I'm God. I'll start to think I don't need you. It will deceive you. That's money's greatest danger, that if you get a sufficient amount of it, it'll replace your trust in God. You'll find your security, your peace, your joy, your comfort, and it will become your source. See, I don't need God. I got my money. Proverbs 18 says, the name of the Lord is a strong tower. The righteous man runs into it and is safe. A rich man's wealth is his strong city and like a high wall in his imagination. That's saying the righteous man will look to God for safety and security. The rich man will say, I can pay my own bills. Thank you very much. I have a high wall that protects me from anything that may come after me. But it's only a high wall in your imagination, because Proverbs 23 says, don't toil to acquire wealth. Be discerning enough to desist. When your eyes light on it, it's gone. Suddenly it sprouts wings, flying like an eagle toward heaven. If you put all your security in money, you be careful, because it'll leave just like that. Sports Illustrated has done surveys of former NFL players, and the stats are still the same. 78% of men who retire from the NFL are bankrupt or in serious financial trouble 2 years after retirement. 78%. A little bit lower in the NBA, but 60% of NBA players are broke within 5 years of retirement. These are guys with millions of dollars. And it's a myriad of things that get them: getting rich too quick, being foolish with it, trying to look wealthy, uncontrolled spending, lazy with investments, trusting the wrong people. Divorce is one of the biggest causes of it. And you see guys can put their faith in money, but you look at guys who have made millions, and even good ones, if they don't handle money well, it sprouts wings and is gone. Money is a mistress who will leave you in a heartbeat. She's not around for better, or she's not around for worse. She's just around for better. It's not just athletes. You're like, well, those are just silly. I remember about 18 years ago in 2008, a lot of bankers, a lot of stockbrokers, a lot of people with big retirement plans realized that all they had put in their security, everything they had their security in was gone in a heartbeat. Major companies gone, all the savings put into them gone because of greed. Money flies away. It'll make you crazy. You think, oh, I'm fine. I don't need God, but it'll sprout wings and fly. It's dangerous. Not only is money dangerous, number two, wealth is limited. It's limited. Money can buy you a house, but it can't build a home, right? Proverbs 15 says, better is a little with the fear of the Lord than great treasure and trouble with it. Problem is, a lot of people think if I just had enough money, I could be happy. Let me tell you something. If you chase money, it would be better for you to have a little bit of money and a happy home than for you to chase money and neglect your wife and kids. And yeah, maybe you get a couple extra 1,000 square feet, but your kids don't know you. And after a while, your wife or your husband says, I want out. Is that worth it? Is it worth it to put all your energy into a career and to chase it, and at the end of it, alienate all your relationships? That's the sad, but more and more common story in America. Money can't give you what you really want. It can put food on the table, but it can't put the fellowship around it. You have to have a home for that. It can get you the jewelry and fine clothes, but it can't give you the love that your heart really wants. So you be careful. Wisdom is better than riches and gold, because riches and gold can leave, but wisdom will help you craft a life where you have a warm home and life-giving people, even if it's in a few less square feet. So money is dangerous, and it's got limits to what it can give you anyway. But on the flip side, number three, wealth is valuable. It's valuable to have money because it does give you a level of autonomy and independence. Chapter 22 says, the rich ruleth over the poor, and the borrower is a slave to the lender. If you amass a great amount of debt, you don't get to go anywhere you want to go. I've known people that want to serve God in full-time ministry, but they were careless with their spending, and they can't go spread the gospel like they want to because they're chained to debt. I've known people that want to do all kinds of things, but debt holds them down, keeps them back. Because when you get yourself into a hole, you become a slave to the creditor. But if you're out of debt, you have options open to you. It will open doors relationally. Proverbs 14 says, the poor is disliked even by his neighbor, but the rich man has many friends. Now, it's not saying it's okay to dislike poor people. The very next verse says, whoever despises his neighbor is a sinner, but blessed is he who's generous to the poor. Proverbs like to tell you just like it is. It says, when you get poor, suddenly your friends start to scatter. But when you get rich, you have all kinds of friends. Proverbs will say that multiple times. Now, not all of them are real friends. You got to watch out for that, right? But the truth is, it gets more people around you, and it provides more opportunities. If you amass wealth, doors open to what you can accomplish. So there can be real good accomplished with money. You can harness it for good. I like to think of it like money is this massive body of water. And if you just let it come crashing in without any kind of controls, you have a tsunami. A tsunami is a destructive force that will create a swamp and take away life. Or if you just hoard wealth and money and keep it to yourself, what do? You get this stinking, rancid pond. And for people that hoard money, there's no life there. But if you can have money coming in at a steady pace and flowing out in a healthy way, right? Blessed to be a blessing, then you get a river. With proper boundaries, you're letting money flow through your life, and you could be a blessing for miles. And that's what we who are Christ followers are meant to be. We're blessed to be a blessing. And the fourth point, money is dangerous, but it's manageable. It's manageable. If you can tame this beast, you can do a whole lot of good. All right. So some guiding principles on wealth really quickly. Buckle your seatbelts. Your life is about to change forever. But not until next week. That's all. We'll start looking at the wealth principles from Proverbs next week. So, touch point, good. 15 minutes, good. Hope you have a good rest of your week. We're praying for you. Those of you who are part of Brookridge, tune in with us or come see us at 9:30 this Sunday. We have a lot coming up for the summer that we're excited about. And yeah, glad that we get to do this together. Take care.